Did you take our son along for a demon fight yesterday?
I'm just trying to do something nice here. Shit. Fuck me.
And welcome in. We have another episode from the Critics Collective. And at this point that we're making this video, we've reached 2,000 subscribers. But before we get into the Bondsman that is on Amazon Prime, 8 episodes, 30 minutes or so each, I just want to say, hey, Iris, how you doing?
I'm doing good. It's been a little bit that it's just been you and I. I mean, I think we did one other since I've, been back in the mix, but yeah, feeling good.
Feels good to be together again. You know what I'm saying? So
It does.
anything you like to tell the people?
Thank you so much for subscribing to us and and helping us reach 2,000 subscribers. I'm praying throughout this year that we go up, trying to make it, to that 10,000 before they give me the plaque.
Okay.
Come on, people. We love you. We can't do this without you.
Okay. All right. So for this one, the Bondsman, we're going to go into our first impressions. But before we do that, before we say our highs and lows, before we rate it, let's see what IMDB says in the movie voice. Resurrected bounty hunter Heb gets an unexpected second life, love, and nearly forgotten music career, only to find out his old job is now a new demonic twist. Iris, would that sum up what it is without spoiling anything?
Yeah, I would say so. High level.
Yeah.
I mean,
Okay.
I don't think that's too bad.
Okay, what would be your first impression about this brand new series on Prime?
Okay, because I didn't even know it existed and it just popped up for me. I love Kevin Bacon. Actually, funny thing is, one of my favorite movies by him is Stir of Echoes. I don't know if you remember that one.
No, I don't remember that
Where
one.
he sees the ghost chick. Yeah.
Okay.
So like he's done a couple of supernatural creepy movies. And for the most part, they've actually been pretty decent. So to see this one and Kevin Bacon, back at it with a supernatural twist, I was actually like, oh, let me check this out, because I really like him as an actor. So
Okay, so I agree, because like for me, I like Kevin Bacon just like I like real bacon, and yeah, he's done some stuff that's kind of, he's not just a footloose guy, he's done Hollow Man, Mystic River, The Woodsman.
Mhm.
He did a show where it was kind of talking about a cult feeling, where I think he was a professor, a detective, trying to figure out, I think he was a detective in a crash relationship, and there was a professor that just had this cult following with their students, the female students. So put in the comments if you know what show I'm talking about. Went through, I think, 3 seasons. But yeah, Kevin Bacon's kind of been that guy that's had a resurgence as of late over the last decade or so. And so for this one, my first impression was I thought it was a movie. I thought it was one-off movie, had no clue. Then I thought it was like, I don't know, like kind of like an old school bar fight movie kind of thing. So I just thought it was going to be like just a beat 'em up type of thing. I didn't think anything special about it. Now, what were your highs and lows, Iris?
Okay, so highs, I have to say, of course, Kevin Bacon. That's my biggest high right there. I do have to admit that I did kind of like the vibe of it. It gave me like an Evil Dead Army of Darkness vibe. And I mean Evil Dead from like 1981 through 1992. I don't mean the classic, with Ash. So that's the kind of vibe it gave me. And, I really liked those movies. So I have to say that the storyline itself kept me very intrigued. I kind of like how when you see the supernatural entities within the show, it's very chill. It's nothing too over the top. You still get a sense of that vibe of like, oh my gosh, this is our antagonist for this particular episode. But it didn't seem very cheesy to me,
Okay.
I did like that they gave us a little bit of gore. I enjoyed that. I love the blood and the guts. And so and I did enjoy that in your very first episode, it gets to the point.
It does.
It's not dragged on until like the end of the episode where, what happens. So I do like the pace of it as well. I would have to say that that's what really kept me intrigued. The pace, the storyline, it really kept me, really involved. My low, I would have to say, is that one of the characters, I understand his importance to the storyline, but I feel like he was unnecessary. And that's the, baby mom's new little boyfriend from Boston.
Are you talking about?
Yeah. I felt like, who knows when we get more seasons, excuse me, when we get more seasons, what will happen with his role. They kind of left at a cliffhanger on the last episode. I just feel like they could have done something else with, the fact that, hey, our main character, him and his wife are separated and she's off doing her own thing, whatever. I just feel like he was unnecessary. Even though I know that it relates to how Kevin Bacon's character kind of, without this little guy, Kevin wouldn't have gone through what he had to go through in the beginning of the first episode.
Mm-hmm.
But I felt like that could have been tied in a different way. He's a bounty hunter, so he could have pissed anybody off.
True. It is a hard job to kind of.
Exactly. So I don't know. He is the only character I would have to say that I was like, oh my God, somebody just get rid of him. Like he's not necessary for our story per se.
Okay. All right. So I would say for me, like if I went into my highs and lows, the lows that I would have for this would be, and we really don't know. I really would have liked it had it been 16 episodes. I felt like to go on a cliffhanger or ending. A lot of these shows don't even come back for tax purposes and ratings and all the other stuff. But to have stuff shot and said, hey, look, second season's already done. We're going to give you this world to kind of play in. I did think some of the characters were unnecessary in this. I think it was just different because like I didn't know what to expect. I didn't know that it was going to be this type of show. It's more of a comedy and I wanted more of a drama, which isn't bad. It's kind of like dark humor. Now I'll go into the good things I like about it is I like that it was a comedy, dark humor. It reminded me kind of polar opposite of yours, but in that same realm where I was like Beetlejuice, but a show format. I thought it was good. Yes, there was gore in it. So if you're not a fan of blood and guts happening and weird shit happening, it might not be your thing. But it's kind of like an R-rated Ghostbusters, if you would. I thought the cast was good. I thought Kevin Bacon was good. The part that I really liked was the women. Like you have Jennifer, Nellie that's on here. Sheriff Ruby was entertaining. Kitty was entertaining. Cheryl, the list goes on. But the one that I really just kind of fell in love with on screen was Jolene Purdy. Jolene was Midge. And I just loved all of her. If I could just put her in a bottle and pour her on some pancakes, I would, respectfully. So to me, those would be my highs and lows on that. Now, with that being said, it's time to rate this. Our rating system is simple. If you've been here before or not, we're going to tell you really quickly. It goes from 5 to 0. Okay, 0 is horrible. A lot of times it's a Tyler Perry movie. And then 5 is something great and epic. Put in the comments, what would you rate the Bondsman season 1 that's on Amazon Prime right now with not Kevin Bacon. Yeah, he's there, but Jolene Purdy is there. And let's be honest, she's the star of the show, in my opinion. Now, with that being said, hit the subscribe button, like, follow. We already hit 2,000. Okay. Only been around for like 6 months. The road to 3,000 and beyond, or what Iris said, 10,000, as she's working to get the plaque. She wants to put it right there behind her. Then go ahead, hit the subscribe button, tell somebody. All right. Iris, what are you rating this series so far?
Actually, for this being, the first season and them giving us just a little taste of what is going to be happening, I am actually going to give it 4 accolades. I think it's good, and I'm excited to see what they do next with it. I hope that the writers go in the right direction, that maybe eventually, this series could end up being a 5. But right now, I think it's going strong pretty at a good 4.
I want to kind of give it a 3 because I'm just like worried about putting time in a show like this. But again, when you give me 30-minute episodes and it's quick, and you're still able to tell a story, not to mention this is in a different realm. It's dark comedy, a little bit of gore. It's not horror necessarily. It's like poltergeist type stuff. I'm going to give it a 4 as well. And I just hope they continue going with this. If not, I just hope they actually give us a good ending. If they only have one more season in it, to go through this is what would change it. The other thing I like just off the top of my head was the night scenes were shot well. Some of these stuff you watch, it's too fucking dark. And for it to be something with ghosts and ghouls and things of that nature, demonic stuff, you need dark scenes. I get it, but it shouldn't be so dark where I got to adjust the brightness on my fucking phone or television. So, I mean, to me, that's the ice on the cake. So you heard Iris say 4. I said 4. You add them both together, it's 8. And we're just saying it's great that you were here. You could have been anywhere in the world and you chose to be here. Until next time, kalika-lika-low.